MTRG here, and with my Fastlane 2016 predictions. Fastlane is this Sunday, so let us move on. Let's just get straight to the matches without just gonna say, I'm not trying to waste the time or anything like that. I need to get this uploaded really fast. First match, we got Rick Swann with... Okay, let me look at this again. Akira Tazawa? I'm sorry, I'm butchering these names, I know, but I'm not good at Japanese pronunciation. Versus the Braun, Kendrick, and Noam Dar with Alicia Folks. I think the faces are going to win. I would really like Noam Dar to really be in a victor position, because I really like his rock and roll kind of gimmick he's gotten, really. But, I think that, it's the pre-show, so... Well, I believe it to be the pre-show. It feels like nothing is really on the line. There's nothing really to benefit or to gain from this. Let's already move on to a big match, Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman. A lot of people like to say that it's just going to be Roman Reigns because it's just Roman Reigns, and I kind of find that hilarious because it's just like he's Chuck Norris because he's Roman Reigns, and I understand a lot of people will be like, oh, don't even compare him to Chuck Norris or something like that. But when people just say it's because he's Roman Reigns, you kind of put that into perspective that he's just Chuck Norris because what can Chuck Norris do that? He's Chuck Norris. Anyway, who do I think is gonna win? I'm going to say Braun Strowman. Oh no, wait. Braun Strowman. I really think it'll benefit Braun Strowman, and I would love to see these guys fight again at WrestleMania for Roman to get his win back and everything like that. I get the idea. That people want to... I think The Undertaker's been Roman and he's going to do it. But I think there's someone else that could benefit a little bit more. I'm not quite sure who, but not Roman Reigns, if that makes sense. You could pick anybody, even from SmackDown himself. Not SmackDown himself, but even from SmackDown too. It doesn't have to be Raw. It doesn't have to be Roman Reigns. Just Braun Strowman so these guys can fight again. Neville versus Jack Gallagher for the Cruiserweight Championship. It's going to be Neville. I don't have to give it any reasons. It's just going to be Neville because he just won the thing and he just won the thing, It's just that whole time. Like, why just change it? That would mean literally every #1 contender who had a shot at the championship has just won the championship. There hasn't been a successful title defense that many times. Luke Ellis and Carl Anderson, the Club versus Enzo Amores and Big Cass. I'm going to surprise everyone by saying Enzo Amores and Big Cass because I think this rivalry is going to go a little bit forward and go straight to WrestleMania. I understand there'll be a huge pop at WrestleMania or everything if these guys won, but why not have them win at Fastlane to make Fastlane a little bit more unpredictable? WWE likes to be a little bit unpredictable at times. Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax. Charlotte versus Bayley. I'm going to say Bayley. I don't want Sasha to win. A lot of people think, oh, she should lose. It's just a whole pay-per-view streak to lose at WrestleMania. No, I think they're gonna pull a fast one on us. Fastlane. Anyway, I think they're gonna pull a fast one on us and have Charlotte lose at Fastlane. She's gonna be so outraged. She's going after Bayley, and at the same time, it makes sense for I think it would help build the idea of the Fatal 4-Way. The idea of Charlotte were to win again, then the idea of Bayley coming out there and then everyone else coming out there would be like, we want title shots, and it wouldn't make sense because Bayley would be entitled to have a title shot before anybody else. So I think the idea of Bayley were to win here, it would make more sense for this Fatal 4-Way to come out where everyone says, we want title shots, and then Stephanie will probably come out and be like, undermine Bayley in some way and be like, okay, you all get a title shot. Sami Zayn versus Simone Joe. This is the one thing I hate about NXT people, and more importantly, anybody who just debuts. It's like they have to immediately win the first pay-per-view or everyone thinks their career is immediately downhill. I hate that. So, it's always for my first 2 minutes whenever anybody on NXT debuts, I'm immediately never giving them any support whatsoever. Only when they lose at their first pay-per-view, I'm going to be like, okay, now, show me how you're interesting. Alright, the main event, Bill Goldberg versus Kevin Owens for the Universal Championship. Kevin Owens. I don't want. Alright, here's my reasoning. We've had a pay-per-view already main event Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar for the championship. Well, I mean, for a championship, and it sucked. We've had the main event at Survivor Series. That was great. I, for one, really didn't want to see this match, and I feel like for the sole fact that they gave the belt, that the first time that both Goldberg and Brock Lesnar were going at it at WrestleMania, hopefully it's not the main event, is what I'm going to assume. I feel that the fact that WWE may have learned that, you know, because those guys were not interested, and a lot of people saying, well, it's probably the WWE's fault. No. I'm 100% pulling the blame on Goldberg and Brock Lesnar at that time. Here's what I'm saying. Don't give them a belt. Have them brawl. They could choose if they want to make it something worthwhile or not. And at the same time, but I would see so much better from benefiting with Chris Jericho versus Kevin Owens for the Universal Championship at WrestleMania. I see that way beneficial more than seeing Brock Lesnar versus Bill Goldberg for the championship. And I feel like they learned their lesson the last time, that they're not going to make these guys main event WrestleMania again with a title on the line, putting on one of the worst matches ever. So I feel like from that, they're not going to give Bill Goldberg anything. And this will definitely elevate Kevin Owens if he wins over Bill Goldberg, due to the sole fact that he's won by cheating so many times. This will actually give him and make him look monstrous. Well, those are my predictions for Fastlane. What are your predictions for Fastlane, everyone? The road to WrestleMania is still continuing. And this is the last stop before WrestleMania. I don't know why I had to make it sound like a weird promo thing, but anyway, hit that like and subscribe button just because, like, wrestling.